Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're out here in Monterey and we're going to be hunting for some lingcod. Conditions are looking pretty good for today, about 2 feet swell. Visibility is looking pretty decent considering it was good yesterday, as they say. Hopefully we'll be able to get some lingcod out of here and we'll show you what those guys look like. And here we are at that entry point I was standing moments ago. I like to go down into the water from here instead of at the beach, simply because there's no sand. I don't really like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. So this is where I like to go down at this spot. And here we are, so enjoy. So we start the day hunting around in the shallow area. This is about 15 feet. Looking around under some rocks, checking to see if there's any fish hiding down there where they usually do. I have to say visibility today was pretty good, especially for Monterey. We were looking at about 25, possibly 30 feet. I think it was more at the 25 zone. Typically out in Monterey when we're hunting for lingcod, we always have in our mind that, most likely we're not going to catch lingcod. So we opt to look for some rockfish along the way. Rockfish, as you've seen before in my previous video, is a very good fish to catch, and it's definitely good eating as well. So out here while we're hunting for lingcod, we're keeping an open mind for catching anything else that we see. Also perch. Me personally, I wasn't really aiming much for the perch on this day. My buddy, however, was. And that's catch number 1 of the day, right there, a nice black rockfish. We call them black rockfish, but they're actually yellow. It's a good fish to eat. Definitely when you catch it, be careful of its spines. It could poke you and it can be quite a bit painful. That's happened to me in the past. Nonetheless, a very tasty fish. And over here is our second catch of the day, a nice blue. Now the blues are honestly probably the dumbest fish that we see around here. They genuinely, don't understand that they're being hunted. They just kind of hang out and come check you out. So over here I actually forgot my GoPro on. I left it recording, and I dropped my gun to the bottom while I was handling the fish I just caught. And it always catches my attention and always makes me think, what's going on in the ocean when I'm not present? What's happening down there? So it's always something cool to check out and take a look at. And this guy right here just couldn't resist getting in front of that camera. Some of these fish are camera shy, some of them are superstars in the making. So right here you'll notice that my line wasn't wrapped around my gun. I usually do this when I'm feeling a little bit extra confident, or when I just see a good fish that I don't want to miss out on. So I'll just kind of rush it. I'll just put the gun in, load it up, and then I'll just go down to try to find something, whatever it was that I was looking for. It's not good practice, but sometimes it works. Just like it did right there. And over here we're hunting around between the rocks, looking for some fish, trying to see what's going on around here. So I hesitated ever so slightly on this guy. I didn't know if he was big or not, and honestly, him being there kind of caught me by surprise. Here you can see a beautiful otter. A lot of these guys hang out here in Monterey. They usually stay away from people, but they're always very pleasant to see. And here's what we came for, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, right there. Now that's a decent sized lingcod, and I was very happy to catch one. He's right at my spear. Pull him up. I'll show him to you guys in just a sec. It's always a pleasure to catch one of these guys out here. You don't always catch them. You don't always catch them, but when you do, it's quite a good feeling. That's a decent sized one, nice and chunky. Made a very great dinner. So right here, in this moment, I thought I saw a sheephead, and I'm pretty sure I saw a California sheephead. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, here's what it looks like. So these guys are mainly seen in Southern California. However, you will find them in Monterey. It's quite rare. There have been people who've caught some, and I'm pretty sure I saw one. And I quickly tried to scramble to load my gun properly and to wrap the line around it. But he was moving in and out between the rocks, and I didn't want to miss the chance to get a shot at him. So I rush myself and I get down there to investigate and to look for him. He was hanging out between these rocks right here, and the viz was starting to get a little bit sketched. Now watch what happens next. Unbelievable. I cannot believe. Now, that right there is the biggest lingcod I've ever seen on a free dive. And if you thought that was bad, just watch what happens next. Take a close look at the right side of the screen right there. Watch that again in slow motion. Look at that right there. Now, I went right back down after I loaded my gun to look for that fish, and it just barely evaded me again. I didn't even know that this happened. And to be quite honest with you, at this point,
it's actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
That fish evaded me twice. I didn't even know that it was in front of the camera when that happened until I got out of the water and was watching all my videos. I was like, I can't believe that fish was right there. I didn't even know it was there. I didn't even see it. Man, I went right back down there. We stayed around that area for quite some time looking for him. We couldn't find him, and the visibility started to get worse. The swell started to get higher, so we decided we're going to swim right back to shore and catch a couple rockfish along the way. That was about, I want to say, 35, possibly close to 40 feet deep. Lingcod definitely like to hang out around that area. Crazy experience, and like I said earlier, you always got to be ready to pull the trigger. That thing caught me by surprise. I didn't know it was going to be there. I was looking for something else, and all of a sudden this guy just comes with his big lips looking right at my face, and that is a miss that is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. Now right over here you see I'm hunting a kelp sea bass. These are very fun fish to catch and very good eating too. At this point my GoPro started turning off after I start recording because it was running out of battery. So I didn't get the shot, but I did get the fish, as you can see right there. It's a great fish to catch, decent sized one. And to finish off the day, I caught my very first opaleye. These guys are very difficult fish to catch. You know, they swim fast, they swim hard, but it was very good eating and I was happy to catch it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.